Good morning, y'all. Welcome to the Patreon. Actually, this is not Patreon. This is YouTube. But I do have my Patreon linked at the very top of the live comments. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. And if y'all want to join my Patreon to ask me a question in private, you could definitely message me if you join tier 2 and up, and I will get back with you in a day or two. Try to keep it about 3 sentences so that I have time to respond to everyone. And we may be doing a little bit more towards the end of summer and the fall for those who are with the Patreon. It may be a surprise. So make sure you join. There are PDF books there for your reading pleasures. If you join the mail out tier, I mail you a letter each month or a card, and you're able to write me back as well. So thank y'all so much. It's a handwritten letter that comes in your mailbox. Okay. So make sure your address is correct if you do sign up for that mail out tier. If you just signed up to write me and message me on my Patreon, I appreciate it. So thank y'all so much. I will be adding the link. It's also in my description bar. But if you definitely need to come join the Patreon, lots of things over there for you. And you can also message me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Good morning. Okay. We're going to be talking about fit in and get in. Hey. All right. Some of y'all aren't there yet. Look, I know, I understand. I wasn't there a long time ago either. But I when you get there, right? When you want to level up your lifestyle, you got to level up how you fit in, right? That's true. Some people aren't at the same stage at the same time. Sometimes you don't want to fit in. Sometimes you want to rebel, but sometimes you do want to fit in so you can get that money. Okay, and then you do what you want afterward. Okay, so we're gonna talk about fitting in to get in. Okay, so a lot of times, and I always tell y'all, it also depends on where you live and what you're trying to fit into. What you're trying to fit into. That's what you need to concentrate on. That's who you need to study. That's who you need to people watch wherever you're trying to fit in and get some money. Okay, very easy. Okay, now some people do this with school, with clicks. Some people do this in jobs for like promotions and prestige, whatever. Some people do this in lifestyle to social climb. So whatever you're trying to get in to fit in for, make sure you studying it and studying the best of them, or at least whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Make sure you're studying the people that have already accomplished it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You can still have your own little style and your own little personality on, whatever you're doing, but make sure you're not, sticking out like a sore thumb when it comes to appearance, when it comes to manners, and a lot of other things. Okay. So everybody is still learning. Everybody's at different stages, and that's okay as long as you're improving yourself daily. That's all I say. Okay. Thank you. All right. So if you're trying to improve yourself so you can fit in and get in, you need to make a list of all the things that you need to improve upon. You know your flaws. We are our own worst critics. Okay. When you really sit and think about it, you know what you need to change. So just do it. Be honest with yourself for one time and just list down all the stuff you know you need to work on. Every month, or at least we try. Every month, my daughters and I exchange what we need to work on with each other, and we're very honest about it without taking offense. And that's something that really has helped us a lot. So if you have someone honest in your life and they can tell you what you need to work on in exchange for you being able to tell them what they should work on, and y'all take it as constructive criticism, it can literally help you. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle, wrong channel, baby. Thank you though. Read the thing. It says SheRaSeven. All right. So back on subject. Fit in and get in. All right. So you need to make a list. Your list is, what do you need to work on? Is it appearance? Is it your wardrobe? Is it your makeup? Could your hair use a little update or a different style or whatever? You just need to work on that. Is it your communication skills? Okay, you need to work on that. The best way to work on communication skills is just talking to random people all the time when you're out and about and whatever. Okay, all types of people. Don't shy away from certain types of people unless they're not beneficial to you. Try to talk to people that are beneficial to you or that are like the people that are beneficial to you. Just try to talk to them more so that you can get comfortable talking to more people, okay, that are beneficial to you. If you need inspiration for changing your wardrobe or whatever, get Pinterest, go people watch, go look around and see what people are doing and wearing. And that way you have a couple of pieces in your wardrobe that you can pull when you need to fit in, because you don't have to change your entire wardrobe. You just need to have a few pieces to wear when you need to do something where you are trying to get in and fit in. Okay. Make friends or associates. Now, I don't always call people friends. I definitely like to call people associates or peers because, friends, people think you tell them everything and they keep your secrets and all this kind of stuff. Associates, people you deal with, people you hang out with, people that you are social with. Have some associates that are able to get you into certain places. Have beneficial associates that can introduce you to different types of people that you want to be introduced to. So make friends, make associates, hang around people, network with people so that you can be introduced to other people as well through them. Okay. Be prepared. All right. Stay prepared. That means don't be without something that someone may ask of you when you're trying to fit in and get in. Okay. Like a lot of people say, oh, well, what's your contact or what's your business? Have something on your phone that they can scan or have, be able to learn how to work your phone fast enough to send them something. Some people are like, I don't know what to do. Have a card if they ask you for it, if you are in business or whatever, but have a way for them to easily get your contact information without struggling. Okay. Because that looks unprepared. Be able to answer questions as if you are not trying to fish for the answer. So I always tell women to write down what they're going to say before or if they're ever asked a question, but don't make it sound rehearsed. Make it sound like you're just sure and you understand. To some people, when they're asked questions on the spot, they get nervous and they start, fidgeting or trying to figure out what to say. Already have something to say by asking yourself practice questions of what people may or may not ask you. Okay. All right. You went shopping and tried to make a man pay for you. He didn't want to. Girl, y'all are silly. Okay. I'm not even going to address that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So, yeah. Now, you're also going to come in contact with people that don't like new people in their group or new people or you trying to fit into another, world. Sometimes you're going to get people that are like, who is that? Why are they here? Thank you. Share the love. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate you. That's why you have to come in with that main character energy that I speak about so much. You walk in the room with a main character energy, they're not going to ask why you're there. They're already going to know. Okay. Anybody, any group, any peer group, any social group, anything, wherever you're trying to get in to fit in, this is what you got to do. Okay. You are more and more beautiful by the week. Entire color palette looks. Thank you, ma'am. Resplendent today. Thank you, ma'am. Miss Charla, appreciate you. Okay. So this could be in the workplace. This could be social climbing. This could be in a group of friends. This could be, dealing with people of, wealth, whatever it is that you need to get in and fit in with. You have to arrive with main character energy, but you also have to have certain manners. You have to be dressed for the proper occasion you must be dressed for. You can't be like, looking crazy. So make sure you have the proper attire for whatever it is you're trying to get in and fit in with. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, for example, I was scrolling on Instagram. Hold on. I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw people doing certain rich activities, and they were dressed for the occasion. All different types of people. And I'm going to get into that in a second. Okay, a potential sugar daddy is 30 years older than you, saw on camera at a conference. He seemed totally obsessed. How do I act to get the most but still keep some boundaries? Make sure he likes you enough to offer you something or to, ask you out on a date. Don't phone chase him. Make sure if he has your contact information that he's contacting you, and never chase him in. If he's obsessed, he's going to offer you things. He's going to ask you out. He's going to try to impress you. Your boundaries are not talking too much and no touchy feely. Let him know that, you only deal with provider men. You don't have to say it in that way, but just act and walk and talk like you only deal with men that are providers. Okay. Thank you, Charlotte, again for the super sticker. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Sorry, I have to answer some texts. Okay, he pays for everything, but he's so emotional and sends you paragraphs getting mad if I don't give him all of my attention 24/7. Okay, well, you need to trauma dump on him then. Sprinkle, sprinkle. This is the best time to trauma dump, when they want all this emotional attention. Start trauma dumping. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Write him a whole paragraph and make up some fake trauma dump. Don't give him no real trauma dump, because what they want is for you to get emotionally attached to them. So that's why they want you to communicate 24/7 and talk about your emotions and all this crap. Make up some fake emotions and some fake trauma dump. Okay. Tell them some fake stuff that's not going to make you look too bad, but that they can't use against you later because it ain't real. Okay. So this is what I tell people. Sometimes, I don't know if you just met this person or not, but sometimes people are trying to get information on you, trying to get you hooked emotionally, and then they're going to flip the script on you. So in order to prevent that from happening, make up fake trauma dumps, make up fake stories that aren't real. So when they try to use them against you and trigger you in some way, when they try to flip that script, it won't work. And all that they've done is emotionally gathered nothing, but only red flags that they're trying to betray you or flip the script on you. So you're going to know. All right. So fake trauma dumps, fake emotional connection. And when they try to use it against you, you're going to clock it immediately. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Sierra. Great advice. I had a work conference and was surrounded by VPs and got nervous. I went to the bathroom and talked myself into main character energy. Going to keep practicing being out and dressing up. That's great, Sierra. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, that main character energy will always win. So always be the main character. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. Yes. So, okay, so I was going to tell you all about what I was scrolling and looking at on Instagram. So, the Houston Polo Club is open, and it's, a lot of ladies are dressing up and going to polo matches, and they're posting it online and so forth and so on. And they're dressed appropriately, got their cute little dresses on, got their little hats, and they're all dressed appropriately for a polo match. And a lot of women like to go here to mingle with other people that may be watching the polo match. And, this is one of the examples to fit in and get in. This is where you can go to do networking. You can also go to the country club. You can also go to conferences. You can also go to many types of things, fundraisers, galas, da 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 da. Okay. So the important thing is what I've noticed now that social media is, relevant. A lot of people love photo opportunities in order to network. A lot of people have Instagrams and TikToks or whatever. So if you see someone that has a nice outfit on and you think that they are, a good person to get to know, a good person to add to your peer group or associates, ask to take a photo with them. Or they may ask to take a photo with you if you're dressed very nice too. Compliment their outfits, compliment their clothes or their shoes, and you're in, like literally. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. As much, you're such a fan. Thank you, Absolute Cree. You're around my age and always thought the same as you. You teach young ladies the exact same. So when you found my content, you were elated, it works, and thankfully you're helping others. Thank you, Absolute Cree. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, I wish you well on your teachings. Yes, sprinkle, sprinkle. As long as people are learning and we're spreading the message, I guess that's all that matters. Thank you. Okay. All right, all right. So just like you're dressed and you look cute and you can attract men and providers, you also should be able to make associates and friends in your peer group. Now, when I say friends, I don't mean you tell them your life story or you trauma dump on women either. Those are associates. They're for certain things. You want to hang out, this person has the wardrobe to do it and go to a certain place. So you could have someone to go with if that's what you want. You know what I'm saying? They have the money to go, and they're not going to be making excuses and trying to wear leggings and t-shirts. So you make peer group associates. They may turn into friends later on, but you need someone to also be able to keep up with you or get you into places that you're unable to get sometimes, or get you invites that you wouldn't have normally gotten from your t-shirt and legging friends. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Your friend asks, what's the fastest way out of a low mood? She is in a slump, not going to the gym, not tidying up the house, or prioritizing herself. Well, the first thing she needs to do is prioritize herself. That's the fastest way. Get up, put on some clothes and some makeup, put on some inspirational music, and stop making excuses for herself. All right. A lot of times people just want attention. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth, because people don't go around telling other people this if they don't want attention. I've noticed this. The 12 years I've been online, people ask me the same question. It's for attention. Tell them to get up and put on some clothes and makeup. Okay? There are little children that have to walk 5 miles barefooted every day in certain parts of the world, risking getting kidnapped or killed to get a bucket of water. Tell her to get up. We ain't got time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. No time. Tell her to go get some sun, touch some grass, take some vitamin D, and get up. I don't really have sympathy for people that have first world problems. I'm so sorry. Can't do it. Okay? I call those first world problems, and I don't deal with them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm like, every day there's something to wake up and be happy for. If they can't find it, tell them to donate their organs. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Wake up and make up. That's the only thing I can tell you. Look good, feel good. Stop trying to have first world problems. I get so tired of it. Back in the old days, girl, go outside, open your window, take some fresh air, put on some makeup, do your hair. Stop trying to have first world problems. You aren't that privileged. Y'all never hear me coming on here complaining about anything in my life. Why? Because that's first world problems. I'm good every day. Why am I always happy? Why am I always in a good mood? Because I have first world privileges and I'm happy about it. I said I have first world privileges and I'm happy about it. I'm grateful for it. That's what I focus on. Okay. And I'm not here to be a spokesperson for everybody's problems. That's not my job. It's not in my job description. I'm not getting paid for it. Okay, my focus and my passion are what I do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, if I'm having a fundraiser and I'm raising money, then my focus will be on whatever that is. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But as of now, what I speak about, what I'm passionate about, what I'm doing, that's what we're going to be focused on. And sometimes people need a purpose and a focus, and they're looking for one. Instead of looking, you need to just create one and make one up until you figure out what else you want to do. Everybody says, well, how do I find my purpose? Just make one. A temporary one will turn into another one, and then another one. All right. You said, what about sympathy? I'm not the spokesperson for sympathy. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said, let yourself feel emotions for a day and then get up and keep it moving. Exactly. Exactly. Look, I'm not from I'm not from Gen Z, baby. I'm Gen X. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't try to get me to do Gen Z things when I'm Gen X. Okay. Okay. You said sometimes women just need to take vitamin D. That's true. Get you some vitamin D. Go touch some grass. Go outside. Okay. And stop making other people's problems your problems. Okay. Unless if you're making other people's problems your problems, then you're choosing that. Sometimes people make everybody else's problems their problems, and then they wonder why they don't feel good. Not everything is your personal problem, so don't take it on. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And I think a lot of people learned this over the last month or so. Stop taking on other people's problems. Love yourself, focus on yourself, level up, live your best life. Not everybody needs you to butt into everything that they're doing. Stop trying to make fake problems or trying to take on other people's problems that are not your problems. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said advice for people that smoke weed every day. Quit. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's my advice. Quit. All right. Anyway, so fit in to get in. Yes. You can't be going to galas, polo matches, or brunch smelling like weed, ladies. Put the smoke down. Put the vape down. Since taking your elixirs, you quit smoking and very heavy, like all day smoke. Okay, Miss Jade. Yes, the elixirs definitely help you, especially phase 1. They help you end bad habits and get out of your own way. On my Etsy store, yes, my elixirs are linked in the description bar. If y'all are curious, my Etsy store is called Dark Realm. And I have these elixirs that are all natural that help you with like mood lifting, like problem solving. It just makes your brain work a little bit faster because of the nanoparticles of like different natural elements that we don't normally get anymore. So definitely will definitely help you. In my description bar, let me see if I can find the link for you guys. Copy. Okay, and they're in different phases, so start with phase 1. If you click on it, there'll be descriptions, and they'll say the name of the elixir, and it'll say phase 1 at the end of the name. So definitely look for the correct order of the different phases. And I do recommend a full ounce, but for those who can't afford the full ounce price, there's a half ounce, and you can just buy 2 of those at your own ability. Okay, you stopped smoking weed. Okay, and you bought your elixir. Okay, good. You're back in action, Alma, and you stopped smoking weed after you got all my elixirs. Wonderful. I only ship I don't ship internationally. It's only local because it is liquid. Okay, and it's made in a lab by an alchemist. It's all natural ingredients. So definitely order on my Etsy store. I just linked it, but I don't ship internationally because it's a liquid, and you know how that is. It's hard to get through customs and whatnot. All right. Thank you, Barry. Said appreciate me. Thank you. Appreciate you too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. So yes, I definitely think that y'all should quit smoking and showing up to places smell like weed. Thank you. Like, honestly, I know that a lot of y'all are just into it because that's what y'all did as a teenager and it just transferred into your adulthood. But there's a time to grow up and to stop doing all that stuff. At least stop smelling like you do it. What to say when he asks when you never text or call? Say, I'm the woman. Thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Say, because I'm the woman, silly. Maybe he'll get it. Okay. Like, there you go. Yeah. We don't really care who smokes what. We don't care. Okay. Fit in where you get in. You can't get into certain places and fit in smelling like weed. Do what you got to do. All right. And also, weed gives you I don't care about stuff type of thing, and it's a depressant. Why would you want to do that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, y'all turn gray, your lips turn black, and you start smelling like weed. Your eyes start drooping, and people can tell. It just looks very low class. So, everyone can tell you smoke weed, even though you don't realize it. They can. Anyway, just letting y'all know, I don't really care what y'all do. But that was just my opinion. He said, it's not ladylike to smell like that. Agree. He said, trying to distract yourselves from reality. Well, create a reality that you don't want to distract yourself from by leveling up and getting the life you want, by making better decisions. See, you need to make a life that you don't want to escape from. Okay. This is why they take certain things to certain people, because they can't create the life that they can't create the life that they don't have to escape from. So work on that instead of working on finding some weed. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm just trying to help y'all. If you have to escape from your life, then you need to create a better life. Okay. Yes, don't drink too much alcohol either. Yes. When I was in a point of my life when I wanted to escape, I would drink. And that was when I was a mortician when I was younger. And I realized that maybe that wasn't the path for me. It wasn't the profession. It was like literally the people I worked with that I didn't like. I didn't like working for other people. Okay. So that's what woke me up when I realized that I did not like working or doing certain things or having a boss. I wanted to escape from that feeling. And so I figured out how to not have that feeling anymore so I wouldn't have to escape from it. So sometimes you got to escape. Okay. You said Riri smokes weed. I know she does. We all love Riri, but we can all tell she smoked weed, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. She's beautiful. She's from the islands where everybody over there smoke weed. She's rich. She got money. But everyone can tell she smokes weed. There's a difference. Okay. She's a billionaire. She can do whatever she wants. Exactly. She probably does it instead of. She said she stopped drinking though. I did see a where she said she stopped drinking. She used to drink and smoke. At least she stopped one bad habit. Thank you, Barry. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate you. Yeah, when you're on a luxury vacation. Here's my thing. I'm a mother. I have kids. I don't want to be smelling like weed or smoking weed around my kids. That's very trashy and a bad example. I'm bougie like that. Okay. I'm not getting ready to smell like weed and smoke weed around some kids and be like, Mama, what's that smell? It's just trashy and ghetto to me. So I can never do that. I can't. I'm too bougie. I'm too much of a suburban mother. My kids have honor roll in school, graduating, at the top of their class. I can't smell like weed walking around. It's just not me. I'm too classy. Okay. Y'all do what y'all need to do. Um, it's not appropriate for women. There's a better way to do things. Act better, get in, fit in. You can't keep going in a circle. Okay. Weed makes you procrastinate. Weed makes you look lazy. It makes you look dingy and gray. Level up, y'all. Come on. Do better. Thank you, Barry. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate you. Okay. You said, should you be jealous of your man's dead wife? Sure, why not? Add that to the list of crazy stuff that women do. All right. You said any reason to stop drinking? When you feel like it's your time to stop drinking, you should stop. Yes, definitely. Thank you, Barry, for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Okay, so here's where I need to understand certain things. If a lot of people that watch my channel partake in certain things, that's fine. I don't really care. I'm just told y'all my opinion of it. Y'all don't have to take that advice. Do what you want. I don't care. I'm just telling y'all what I don't do. And if you're trying to get in and fit into a certain circle, you can't get in there smelling like weed. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Okay. You said you was offered a gift. Should I send the link, ma'am? Why wait? The longer you wait, you probably ain't gonna get it. Send the link. Thank you, Barry, for being a new member. We appreciate you. No, we're not talking about no more. Like some people you just can't help. Moving along. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Sirens Wailing. Do you have advice for autistic girls or ADHD girls who have a tough time smelling out men BS? Okay. They're all lying to you. So just understand that from the start. So just figure out and focus on how to benefit from them financially. That's it. Okay. They're all lying to you because they want to get what you have and they want to impress you by any means. So allow them to impress you by benefiting you financially or with a gift or impressing you with taking you someplace nice. That's all you need to be focused on with them because they're all lying. Don't tell them they're all lying. Just understand that they are from the start and that they are all trying to impress you from the start. So make sure they're beneficial to you. That's it. That's all you got to know. Focus on that. Tips on how to speak well and be witty at social events when leveling up. Practice, practice, practice. Practice talking to people, practice making conversations, practice talking to random people that aren't like Dusty or anything wherever you go. And you'll have your practice. Okay. So fit in and get in. So, for example, I talk to y'all every day or almost every day, maybe except the weekend or whatever, a couple of days. But I'm so used to talking to y'all, engaging in conversation with y'all, answering y'all's questions that in a real setting with real people, it's very easy for me to communicate and speak and talk and whatever, because I'm so used to talking to y'all. Um, So practice talking to other people or practice talking live or recording yourself on video as if you're talking to someone. So you might need to just practice, okay? Try going live on your social media. I don't know. I'm quick on my feet. You know, it's because I've been doing this for so long. You get fast, you get quick. I've been going live for literally probably 11 to 10 years. I may not have started off going live for the first year or two of my channel because I was doing, pre-recorded videos. But after that, going live and interacting with people and answering questions is what got me to be able to, answer questions and talk like I do. Just took a long time and practice and experience. Okay. Okay, thank you, Pearly. She says she's a member. I see you, girl. Okay, I see you. Thanks to all the members for joining. We appreciate you. Mm-hmm. Yes, you can. If you have consistent practice in talking to people, it'll become easier and easier. How to fit in predominantly in a predominantly racist area, don't care. Here's the thing that I've learned. You're more aware and concerned than anybody else is. If it's not blatant, straight in your face racism, then don't look for it. That's my advice. Some people go in looking for racism at any little thing to point out, and some people go in as if they're there to do what they need to do, and if it's something blatant in their face, then they address it. There's a difference on how people approach things. They don't go in expecting the worst. They go in expecting the best, and if the worst presents itself, they know how to deal with it accordingly. Okay. All right. That's how I do. I go anywhere. I'm the main character. If you step up to me and become the villain in the story, well, you finna get smacked down because I'm the real villain. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. But I don't go in there looking for problems. If problems find me, I solve them. Okay? Quickly. And I profit off of them. Can you please do a meet and greet? Please. Thank you, Miss Bree. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Maybe soon. We'll see. We'll see, ma'am. And that's another thing that people need to understand. Okay, now, people aren't going to like what I'm about to say, but it needs to be said. Stop going in and looking for problems if you don't want to find any. Stop going in as a trigger for other people. Thank you, Peach Rose, Sprinkle, Sprinkle. Thanks for that. So, I posted up my daughter and her boyfriend for prom on my Instagram, and I got a lot of racist comments on there because my daughter's boyfriend is Caucasian, and I just had to delete them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people go in looking for stuff. Sometimes people just are wanting that attention that comes with it, and I don't agree with it. If that's all you identify with all the time, that's what you're going to see all the time. If you always identify with racism, that's what you're going to see. We live in America. What do you expect, baby? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Learn. You live in America. There's never going to be someone that is not going to deal with that at some point in their life. Just know where you live. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. If you can't profit off of whatever it is that you're doing, then don't even bother with it. It's a waste of time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said my daughter looked beautiful. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Let me see if I can find their little pic. Their video went viral. I was so happy. It's got like almost 2 million views. It's so cute. My baby. See if I can find some of their photos. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, you know what? She sent me some prom photos. Let me see if I can find them for you. Mm-hmm. 1 million views. Yes. Oh, where'd it go? Here's my baby. Hermians. That's one. It's all the same picture. Let's see. There you go. That's their little prom photo. Thank you. All right, so get in to fit in. Okay, sprinkle. Wherever you go, whatever you're doing. So you moved to Knoxville, Tennessee, not too long ago. The area that I am at is predominantly white rich, but there's a racial undertone. Well, go in there like you own the place as a main character energy, okay? Be the black representative of Nashville, Tennessee, or Knoxville, Tennessee, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I learned that from my mom. My mom is different. And my mom actually grew up in segregation. But she will go in any room and own it, no matter who's in there, no matter what race is in there. My mom will get in that room and own it and be able and talk to the top CEO, talk to the surgeon, talk to the janitor, and talk to all of them. She is the main character. That's one thing my mom taught me is main character energy. She will walk into any place and act like she's the same as everyone or even better. So I learned that from my mom. But sometimes my confidence and my main character energy, y'all wonder about it, it came from my mama. So I would watch her just talk to people like they were just normal people. She's very down to earth, but she was always that main character. So she could go into any room. And a lot of the rich guys and a lot of the rich people just love her because she's so unapologetic. She's so herself. You know what I mean? She's so main character. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Yeah, she did. She focused on money and clout. And she was the main character of her life. Okay. There's a lot of like there has been a lot of the Black country singers that moved to like Tennessee. I think they went to Nashville though. But there's a lot of people that live there now. And I think people should embrace themselves as main character energy and stop worrying about all that stuff until it becomes and presents itself as a problem. All right. You learn more from your oldest cousin than your own mother. Okay, Erica. Well, at least somebody teaching you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Is it harder to attract a provider in summer or winter time? Probably winter, because everybody's like already got their, snuggle up boo in the fall time that they're hibernating with. Summertime is when everybody's outside with less clothes on and ready to pull and be pulled. Spring and summer, best time. Right before the fall. And if you live in a southern state where it's still kind of hot in the fall, right before the winter. You got to get in there before winter. You can't. So you're building up to your main character energy. Wonderful. Every day. Work on it. You know why people are shy and can't really, express their main character energy sometimes? It's because they don't feel like they look like a main character. So that's why it's very important to work on your looks as well. You don't have to be the most beautiful person in there, but you do have to represent on a high level, being well put together, being well dressed, making sure that you're very presentable and put together well. Okay. That also allows you your main character energy as well, because you got the wardrobe to go with it. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You just have to know how to style yourself in order to pull that off. Okay, if they offer a hike for the first date, what do I say? I always want to just block them. Say, no thanks, I don't do hikes, I wear heels. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Say, I can't hike in my heels, baby. And I have no hiking boots or shoes. Would you like to buy me some? I only have heels in my closet. Would you like to take me shopping for some hiking boots? They don't want to spend no money, ma'am. And plus, you may not come back from that hike with them crazy people out there. So I only wear heels. I only have heels. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Main character energy. Oh, I'm sorry. I only wear heels. Unless you want to take me shopping for some hiking boots and clothes and outfits, I only have dresses and heels, baby. What we gonna do about that? You finna take me shopping? Bet you he won't. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Any man that asks you to go hiking on the first date, something wrong with their mind. Unless they're in high school and y'all live by some hills or some forest and he ain't got no money. Like, that's a high school date. That's a date after you already in a relationship and trying to exercise to work off all the food he's been taking you to eat. That's his nice way of saying you need to lose weight and cut down on the food he's been feeding you for all these past months and whatever weeks. Okay. You said these men sound like cereal. Yeah. Y'all don't need to be going in the woods with no strange men. They don't sound right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So when they ask you for a hike date, it's like, I don't go into the woods with strange men. And plus, I only have heels and dresses. So what are we going to do? Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You say you were homeschooled and missed out and took a while to learn the game. Many men played you. Okay. I'm sorry that happened to you. But at least you know it's better late than never, right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. John says, how do you take advantage of women? Go get a bunch of money, give it to them, and then ask them to make you a sandwich. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's weird to get approached when you are solo traveling. I guess. I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Your man will buy you something you want. Should I feel guilty for making him pay? I feel guilty. What do I do? What if another girl asked him to buy her something and he did? Would you feel stupid for not spending the money that he spent on her that's supposed to be for you? Okay. A man is a provider, period. What if his work wife or his work girlfriend asks her to buy him lunch and he says, oh, I can't because he spent that money on you. Spend his money, man. What you doing? Well, my girl don't want me to buy her gifts, but I like buying gifts for women. I like doing nice things or taking women to lunch. That's what your boyfriend's going to start doing. If he can't impress you or please you by buying you something, he's gonna do that and get the response from another woman. Make him spend. The more they invest, the better it is. Now, if he's poor and broke and he's a dusty and he don't have the money to spend, that's understandable. Go get you another one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't take from the poor. But if he has it, make him spend it. You said, how do you date another man while living with your boyfriend? The same way a boyfriend will date another woman while living with their girlfriend. I swear y'all ask dumb questions. Sprinkles. Do y'all really think about the questions before y'all type them in? Like this is a new discovered thing that has never been thought about before. The man does the same thing. How does a man live with you and still find a way to date other women? Ask yourself that. Then you have the answer. You said, how long does it take to find a man? How often are you going out? And where are you going? Are you going to the rich side of town? Are you going there 3 to 4 times a week? Okay, it's a numbers game and you got to be in the right environment. And try to go out when everybody's not at work. Try to go out when everyone is at work. And all the people with a buddy are not at work. They're out and about. What's on her Patreon exclusive content? Well, you can directly message me if you join tier 2 and up. Tier 1 is just journaling prompts and some announcements. Tier 2 and up, you can message me and you have access to PDF books that are on there and certain videos that I've done or gone live or whatever. And then the highest tier, you can get a handwritten letter or a card from me each month. And you can also write me back personally. So those are the tiers. And also you get announcements that, early announcements and stuff like that early. Or I offer certain services to the Patreon group, or I will be at the end of summer and early fall. I may start doing 10-minute consultations with my Patreon group, depending on the tier that you're in. Okay. So that's going to be in the end, like the end of summer, early fall. But if you join now, you're able to message me in private, like maybe 2 or 3 sentences, and I'll definitely write you back within a day or 2. If you join the mail out tier, I'll write you a handwritten letter. I'm actually writing someone a letter right now before I got on live, and I haven't finished it. So. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shira, your shirt yesterday, today, and today are always pretty. Where are they from? I don't remember, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. This is old. This is like 3 years old. I probably just got this at, one of those TJ Maxx stores or something. Thank you, TFL co-founder Dwayne, for the Southern Belle. Oh, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. Such a gentleman. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, girl, I love TJ Maxx, Marshalls, anywhere, because I go to the mall. I like where else do I like? I like shopping online. I'll go anywhere. I don't care. I will be anywhere shopping if the clothes are cute. I try to stay close to my house, though, because I have to pick up my kids from school. And I don't try to venture off too far unless it's on the weekend. My kids just want to hang out and have fun. They don't want to go shop. Thank you. The letter does look cute, doesn't it? And I got to finish it. Why would he ask what you want in a partner when he says he wants the same, then pull away? Because you're dumb for answering that question. Look, If I wanted to figure out how to get what I wanted out of you, all I got to do is play a role that you're going to fall for because you're dumb for telling me the truth. Okay. If I say, what are you looking for? And you say, I'm looking for a nice man that I want a long-term relationship with that might want marriage, then that's what that man is going to start acting like to fool you into giving you the fake representation of himself so that you start giving him real emotions, real time, real consideration. And once he's done, he's out because you are playing checkers and not chess. Okay? Y'all need to be playing chess, which means when a man asks you what you're looking for, I like a man who loves to impress and who can meet my high standards. Period. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's it. That's what you need to tell them. That way they got to do everything you need them to do financially. They got to impress you on a date. And they got to do the most. They're not going to be sitting there writing down, okay, she wants someone that is, emotional, supportive. They're just going to act all those things that you told them to do. They're just going to put on the act. But you can't fake impressing a woman. You can't fake spending. You can't fake reaching high standards, baby. Can't fake that. So that's why y'all need to answer the correct way. I know some of y'all are young and y'all are online dating these stupid people online, and I keep telling y'all to get off them dating apps, but y'all ain't gonna listen. So when you come back over here so I can tell you where you went wrong. Delete your profile from the dating app, get up and get dressed and go out. Go freestyle. Go to the rich side of town. Go walk around. Go sit at a little nice cafe or restaurant, bar area. Okay. Go to the gym over there. Go walk your dog in a park over there, or go just walk by yourself over there. Eventually, you're going to meet people that have real money, and you're not going to be on these dating websites looking stupid. What does it mean if he said maybe in the future when we broke up? It means hang on if you want to, fool, so I can come back and get it when I want to. That's what it means. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It means hang on if you want to, fool. That way I can come back at any time because you're stupid. That's what it means. It also means he knows that you're not going to be with no man if you're sitting there hoping and wishing for a future with him, and that you're not going to take anybody seriously because you're hoping and wishing for a future with someone that don't even like you. It means you're dumb for believing it. Yes, they're feeding you false hope. If he says maybe in the future, you should say, well, maybe not, hopefully not. I'll be too good for you in my future. So sorry. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's literally the attitude you need to have. What makes him think that you're not going to level up and surpass him, and you're not going to be, he's not even going to be what you want anymore. You're not even going to be in his league anymore. You're going to be way out of his league in the future. So does he expect you to stay exactly the same and not want better? That's an insult. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We said, what about men who are spending and pretending to like you? Then let them pretend and keep spending, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's the goal. We're not looking for their validation. We're looking for their money. The more they invest, the more they like you. Okay. Anyway, fit in to get in. Yes, ma'am. Now, let's talk about trends, because some of y'all don't understand. When y'all are on y'all's Instagram or y'all's TikToks, that's not the world. That's not the entire world. If y'all are following certain people, certain trends, that's not the style everywhere. Okay. Some of y'all are following ratchet trends and ratchet people and thinking that's the style everywhere when it is not. Y'all know that when y'all leave y'all house, if y'all go to different areas and different sides of town, y'all know that's not the trend everywhere. So y'all need to understand this and stop going by trends and go by what's classic, classy, and makes you look makes you look classy and pretty versus trendy. All right. You don't want to be too trendy out there because that stops people from approaching you. Okay. Certain types of people will not approach overly trendy people. All right. Because they don't understand the trends. They think you're not going to be speaking the same, lingo, which means like y'all are going to be on different pages. So try to dress classic, classy, cute, sexy, demure versus too much trend. And also when you do your makeup, don't have them giant curled up lashes that look like a caterpillar has just sat on your eyelid. Don't have like extreme, don't do too much. Okay, calm down. People are afraid to approach you sometimes because they don't understand what you're doing, what's on your face, what are those things on your, what are you wearing? Sometimes they don't understand it and they don't want to be rude and stare at you either. Okay. So sometimes you got to stop doing so much trendy crap. If you're trying to attract older guys or men with money on certain sides of town, they don't do all that. They don't understand it. Okay. Also, certain hairstyles and certain hair colors, they're not going to understand it. They're not going to approach it. Okay. So y'all gotta understand. Also, the types of nails that y'all are wearing. If y'all are wearing them long, doing too much nails, it's not going to attract certain types of men. So y'all gotta also adjust that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said not the lobster claw lashes, girl. I'm waiting for them lashes to go out of. They're already out of style. I don't know why people still wearing them. You know what makes me so mad? When I see those girls that have those lashes that go underneath and their eyes are bloodshot red. Like, ma'am, let the lashes go. Your eyes are bloodshot. You look stupid. Okay, they be over there looking like this. Eyes all red. I don't know if you smoking weed or if that's them lashes, but they both look stupid. Okay. I get so tired when I scroll, I be like, I literally like, ugh, whenever I see that. Like, why are your eyes bloodshot? Are you smoking weed or are you allergic to that lash glue? Which one is it? Because it's getting like it literally gets on my nerves. You said baby hair. Yes, if your baby hair is down to here and you on a rich side of town, people don't understand this. What is this swoopity swap swirl hair thing? You ain't Michael Jackson. This ain't Remember the Time. Okay. Remember when you do certain things and you go somewhere, you got to fit in and get in. You can't be having swoopity swap Michael Jackson. Remember the Time baby hair is out sitting on the rich side of town. Okay. People are gonna like, what is that? They're gonna start singing Michael Jackson in their head. It's gonna remind them of MJ. Okay. And they see all your bloodshot eyes from the ugly lashes that y'all be wearing. They be like, she must be high. What's wrong with her eyes? She got pink eye. What's wrong with her? So that's why I'm telling y'all, some of y'all need to just stop. Throw it in the trash. It's ugly anyway. Nobody even likes it. Please retire that ugly look. Okay. Only Michael Jackson look good with that style. Okay. Sprinkle. Okay. Y'all get it? Okay. And I hope y'all aren't. I know I offended some people, and I really don't care. Y'all needed to be offended. Somebody had to tell you. You said I heard rich men like bad wigs. Rich men don't care about hair like y'all women or y'all's wigologists, dusties care about hair. It's not a thing. As long as it looks like it's fitting right on your head, they don't care. They may like your real hair. They may like whatever wig you stick on your head. They like you. It has to be the full package, though. You know what I mean? They're not wigologists. They're not looking up and trying to see if you have lace or if your baby hairs are laid right or if your wig's part is the correct amount of centimeters and if your lace concealer matches your skin. They don't care about that stuff. They don't. As long as it's on your head, you're not bald, they don't care. Okay? As long as your outfit looks cute, your face is cute, they don't care what's up on your head. They're not a wigologist. Okay? Y'all be spending so much money on hair and men don't even care about, like, rich men don't even care about that stuff. All right. Mm-hmm. That's the funny part. Like, as long as you look good, that's all that matters. Spark, spark. I talked about the ratchet nails already, but I think that's obvious. It can. You said, what about gray hair? I think if you're trying to attract an older man that probably likes women to be a little bit younger, to, cover that gray hair up. If he's super old, he ain't got no hair, you can show your little gray hairs. But make sure you look way younger than him, He's got to have like literally 1 foot in the grave if you're going to pull off some gray. Okay. All right. Get in and fit in. All right. So this is one thing I don't like. Now, I'm so sorry. You need to represent yourself all the time. All the time. You cannot come out looking like this one day and wearing a bonnet and house slippers the next day and expect people to remember who you are. I'm so sorry. Okay. I have made this mistake several times because people don't understand this. I have met women out that were done up and looking cute at like a function, and then they come to me online or like their stuff online, or like they'll talk to me in person. I won't even remember who they are because they don't look the same. Like, where's that person I met? I don't know who this is. If you're gonna dress and you're gonna represent yourself, that's what you need to look like. You can't be confusing people. If one day you have eyebrows and the next day you have on a bonnet and house slippers and looking like, who did it and why, no one's going to recognize you unless you tell them your name. So if you're going to dress up, stay dressed up, stay looking like that, because people don't understand that. People do not understand that. Like, if they see you out and about one day and you start, hey, I saw you at the gala, and you are just looking like who did it and why, they're going to be like, who's that? I don't know who that is, because you don't look the same. All right. Get up every day, put some makeup on your face, do your hair, make sure you look like you need to look. Because if you walk up to me and the first time I met you, you were all done up and cute, I'm not going to know who you are if you looking terrible. I don't recognize you. Okay. So make sure your look is consistent and not just for special occasions. You are a special occasion. It gets on my nerves when women only look good for special occasions. Why waste a day without looking good? Okay, you want to be ugly 24/7, and then on one day you want to look good. Look good every day. He said Shira will disown you real quick. I'm like, I don't know who that is. Don't come up to me looking around looking like that. I don't know who that is, ma'am. I don't. Okay. You said when men also be wearing bonnets. I hope I never run into one. I have never run into one yet, thank goodness. All right, so you have what? Okay, you got a gap. Okay, your teeth are straight. Why you're approached a lot when I get quiet, but then I talk, they lose interest. How do I deal with this? Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Some people do not like gaps. I have a small gap and I like it. But if your gap is really big, sometimes that is a deal breaker. It just, people are very shallow. Okay. They have these clip on smiles you can buy online. I don't know. You can go to your dentist and maybe they can make you one. But understand, people are shallow. That's just it. There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. I know someone, they're a beautiful woman. Their teeth aren't perfect. They buy the little snap-on smile when they go out. They snap it on, take it off when they get home. Do what you got to do, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I'm just sorry. People are shallow. We can't change them. They're not going to change. They're just not. So understand that and solve the problem. I like, if you don't want to fix your gap, that's understandable. Just get the snap-on smile or whatever. Go get it made professionally by your dentist. And when you go out, stick it on. There you go. It's a cosmetic thing. A lot of beauty queens use those when they're competing in pageants and stuff. All right. Mm-hmm. You said, why do they have a problem with your gap? Because men are shallow. Some men like to have a certain look. They don't want to have to explain your look to people. And I know some men may like it, but let them get to know you first as a person. Because that's all they're going to think about or see is that gap as a distraction, because it's not common. So what you need to do is just get you a little snap-on smile and let them see it later once they've already fallen for you and spent money on you. Maybe they'll like it. Maybe they'll tell you to put your smile on. I don't know. But at the same time, people are shallow, and you know that. They don't want to have to explain your gap to their friends or whoever they introduce you to. You know what I mean? It's just how shallow people are, and that's perfectly fine, because we're just as shallow in some things too. So we can't be judgmental for other shallow people. Okay. Here's the thing. What are you if you're freestyling and you're trying to attract a man, and you know that men aren't initially attracted to a big gap, then solve that problem. Get your little snap-on smile. You take it out when you get home. If you're trying to attract a man that likes your gap, then don't do it. Leave your gap if you're trying to attract a man that likes your gap. If you're just trying to attract any guy that has money, then reveal that later on about yourself. Great. Okay? But it may take you a little longer. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And people may view you differently and treat you differently. That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay? It's up to you what you choose to do. Why don't you do an experiment and try both ways and see what happens? I'm telling you, I know someone that has that. They wear the snap-on smile. They attract rich men left and right. They put that stuff in their mouth, though. They put that snap-on smile, though. I'm telling y'all, if y'all are trying to attract money or just trying to attract a person that likes you for you, there's a different thing. It's totally different. Are you in it for them or for the money? Are you in it for validation for yourself? Or are you in it for this money? It just depends on what you're in it for. There's no wrong answer. Everybody has, what they're trying to search for. If you're in it just to get this money, get people to pay for your drinks, to offer to pay your bills, whatever, you know what to do. Okay. You said no different than throwing on a wig. Exactly. It's a wig for your teeth. All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if your gap isn't like my gap is not major, so I don't care. But if it's distracting and that's the first thing people see when you smile and they're like, then you may need to think about getting a snap-on smile just because people are shallow. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, so fit in and get in. So here's my thing. Whatever you like, if you're going to go to the rich side of town and do rich activities and stuff, however you feel confident and comfortable, however you feel your best, that's what you need to look like. If you're fitting in, if you're not inappropriate, then great. I would say the more you go out and the more you freestyle on the rich side of town, change up your look slightly if you're questioning if your look is working. If you're not attracting certain types of men, if you're then change up your looks slightly, one thing at a time until you do see what combination works for you. It could be your hair, it could be your clothes, it could be your makeup, but keep trying and experimenting until you find your perfect combination of your look that will attract on the rich side of town. Okay, that's very different for many people, and once you figure it out, you'll get it. Okay, all right, you'll figure it out, you'll get it. And a lot of times you'll understand through people watching as well. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm not telling y'all what to do. I'm telling y'all if y'all trying to pull and get this money, to pay attention and how to attract the guys that are going to give you the money, if that's what you're trying to do. If you're one of those people that don't care what people think and not trying to do nothing, then forget this whole video. It doesn't even matter to you. But some of the ladies that are asking, y'all need to figure it out, and trial and error is your friend when it comes to looking how you need to look to pull and attract men on the rich side of town. Okay. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you met a married man who has the money, and I told him you don't go out with married men. He finds it annoying that I resist him. Okay, wonderful. Good for you. Is your name Harry? Are you a man? Is he on the DL? Is he married to a woman or a man? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thanks for sharing. Okay. Okay. You found a rich man who's 47 and wants marriage, but want a baby first. You're 26. Okay. Don't fall for the okey doke and say no. Okay. That man don't love you. Why would you have a baby with a married man? That doesn't make sense, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Love yourself more. Okay. Do better. Okay. Okay. Or go find somebody that has some common sense. That's silly. First of all, as a woman, I would not put myself in that predicament to have some married man's baby. Okay. I wouldn't do that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, no, it's not marry. He want my marriage later. Okay, well, no, he can have the baby. Y'all can have the baby later. Get the marriage first. How stupid are you? Okay. This is why I'm here. Because men try to mold y'all stupid idiots and y'all fall for the okie doke. I'm here to tell you, get the ring and the marriage certificate first, man. Okay, because y'all are sitting out here looking stupid. Get the ring and the marriage certificate first. Stop being dumb. My gosh. Do y'all understand the correct order of things? He's never going to marry you if you have his baby, fool. Get the marriage license first. Y'all tell him in the comments. Men don't have a say of when you get pregnant, ma'am. They got to get down on one knee, ask you to be their wife, and then maybe you'll have their child if they got enough money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Not the other way around. Oh, let me have your child first, and then maybe one day you'll keep your word, which he probably won't. And then you're going to be back over here talking about, I had his baby. He said he was going to marry me. He ain't have asked me yet. It's been 20 years, ma'am. Get the marriage license first. Y'all stop being dumb, please. Your boyfriend cheated on me. We live together. He pays for everything. I am a bit hurt. I was in it for the money. Okay, well, wonderful, ma'am. Now you understand what I talk about all the time. They're going to cheat regardless. Make sure you get you a good gift out of it. Protect yourself. Go get tested. Cut them off in the bedroom and upgrade your vehicle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or if he can't afford to upgrade your vehicle, upgrade your purse collection. Upgrade your wardrobe. Upgrade your jewelry. Do something, man. Make him pay to stay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or dump them and go get one with more money after you get something out of them. All right. You said she knows he won't marry her. Okay, well then don't have his baby. Say, no, I'm not having my baby until I'm married. So sorry. Only dumb women fall for that line and get tricked. Mm-hmm. Y'all gotta be smarter, okay? Mm-hmm. You should always assume that they won't keep their word. Exactly. Y'all be smarter. You live in Tampa. Should you move to another city to find sugar daddy? If there ain't no sugar daddies there, move. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Of course. Can't find no providers there. Of course, move. Okay. Your boyfriend cheated on you and doesn't want me back. Okay, well, go get a richer one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go get one with more money, ma'am. A little bit older with more money. Keep rising. All right. Shira, my provider, been busy with friends and family since 1 week. We didn't speak for 1 week. Now I act upset to get money out of the situation. Is that right? Yep. Get your money. See if he'll give you money for ignoring you. Because he literally ghosted you for a week. So now he has to pay or gift you to get back in. If he doesn't want to get back in and he doesn't care, he don't like you anyway. So on to the next. Or hopefully he'll give you what you want. Okay. He said, how do you tap into your feminine energy more to get a rich man? You got to look the part. You got to get up, get your hair, get your makeup, make sure your nails are good, look polished, classy, and pretty. Wear a makeup. You don't have to do too much, but you need to put something on, okay? You can't just blend into the back of the wall. You gotta have main character energy, okay? And very confident and very feminine. Wear dresses, have your nails done, makeup, hair, cute jewelry, cute little shoes, you know. Work on smiling and being polite, no curse words. I don't know if you smoke weed. We had a discussion in here earlier and people were like, these women are walking around smelling like weed. Yeah, don't walk around smelling like that or smoke or anything like that. You want to smell good and feminine. Thank you, Neil. Got your flowers to the right address. Thank you. Okay, thank you, Neil. I'm glad you got your flowers, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Congrats. I remember your question from like last week. He sent it to the wrong address. You were like, how do I get them? I'm glad for you, ma'am. Uh-huh. What do you have? What advice do you have for girls who are plain and don't like to get dressed up? My advice is blend into the back of the wall and prepare not to be seen. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because think about this. If you're plain and blah and someone walks in well put together in a cute dress and some heels, makeup and hair, you're going to blend into the background. Nobody's going to see you. All right. You deserve to look good too. You deserve to shine too. If you like looking plain, who's going to see you? Besides someone who thinks you're low budget, okay, or low maintenance. No one's going to see you. You're going to just blend into the wall. Where's your main character energy? Okay. Put on something, girl. Put on some color. Do your hair, do your lashes, get your nails done, do something. Look, even if you're plain and you don't like doing too much, put on a red lip and get some red nails. If that's all you can do. If that's all you can do that. Okay. If you can't do any more, if you don't like makeup, if you don't have no wigs, if you ain't got no hair, at least do you some red lipstick and some red nails. Do that at least. Okay. At least you're not going to blend into the back wall. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, I'm here for you to be mean to us, Shira. It's Monday. We need it. Okay, free agent girl. I'll be trying. Thank you. And y'all know, don't take what I say personally. Just take it as constructive criticism that's only going to help you. Or leave what doesn't resonate. You know? Don't get in your feelings because I'm just here to help y'all see the truth. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate you, free agent girl. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, you work from home, so your plan is to work at a coffee shop in rich area, all dolled up, then lunch at rich bar. Any advice? Best days of the week. Every weekday is a great day to go out and do lunch or an early happy hour. So yes, every weekday. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm. All right, yes. Thank y'all for being members. I appreciate that. What's the perfect hair length? The hair length that don't look ratchet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I believe in being too short or being too long. That's what probably is not going to attract them. If it's too long and obvious, no. If it's too short, no. I think something in the middle is good. Like this length, maybe like to here. But when y'all wear them hair, uh, when y'all wear those extensions or those wigs all the way past your butt, I think that's a no go. I think something super short may look too masculine on women unless you have the perfect bone structure, which a lot of people don't. But still, it's intimidating to men who like very feminine looks. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, thanks for being a member. Oh, 4 months. Sobita? Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone said no bust downs, baby. Nope, nope, nope. If you're sitting on your hair, it's too long. And if you have naturally long hair and you're sitting on it, I don't know if that's, I don't know. I would say something that you can't sit on. I don't know. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you long as you can't sit on it, you good. Okay. Unless you sell and you growing it to sell, then that's a whole nother story. Or if it's just weave that you bought, cut it off to a more demure length. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone asked me about blonde. As long as the blonde matches your skin tone correctly. Because long ago, when they made blonde wigs, they didn't make them to match everyone's skin tone. They didn't have the highlights or the lowlights or the brown roots and all that kind of stuff. So make sure it matches your skin tone correctly. Make sure it's picking up the natural, undertones of your skin, and it's vibing with your look, and it's not looking crazy. Okay. Find the correct color for you if you're going to wear color wigs or blonde wigs. And don't wear Easter egg color wigs. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, all right. Mm-hmm. What about the bad wig theory? Yes. Bad wig is not bad color, though. I think a bad wig is fine, but make sure the color matches still, okay? Because the color will throw anything off. And like, what is that? But yeah, a lot of people are not wigologists. So as long as the total package looks good, people aren't studying your hairline. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You're gonna be a med student. How can you get some rich guy? Should it be a future doctor too? Yes, of course. Always date higher than what you are and date for benefits and future benefits, of course. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I wouldn't want to date anything less, darling. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If I were in your shoes, I would only date up forever. Okay. If you have a question about your hairstyle, go to the rich side of town and see what happens. Experiment with your look, okay? Do you feel confident in it? Are people approaching you? That's what I always tell people. Just go experiment. Go do the work. Thank you, Janelle. Hi, Shira. You just moved to the U.S. Please, can you recommend the best cities to make sugar daddies? Yes, Dallas, Houston. A lot of people say Miami, but I don't know. There's a lot of competition there and fake boobs and BBLs. So I think your best chance would definitely be somewhere um, more diverse, like Houston or Dallas. Probably Houston. There's lots of millionaires and billionaires from oil and tech money, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Austin, you might meet more politicians. Okay. Houston and Dallas, you're going to meet tech and oil people, oil and gas, tech, energy. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Maybe real estate too. There's a lot of real estate. Okay. Okay. I hear people laughing next door. Okay, now people are talking about facial piercings. Ma'am, leave that in your early 20s and teen years. Okay? If you're trying to level up and get in and fit in, that's not gonna work for you. Take it out. If you're ready to level up and start dealing with men with means, men with money, providers, and such, level up and mature. Okay? It's time to take all that stuff out if it hasn't gotten you where thus far. Just take it out, man. What are you doing? You trying to join the circus? Okay. How are they going to introduce you to their colleagues and co-workers and family with that thing in your nose or your face? That's all they're going to be looking at. Take it out, man. Take it out. It was a moment of self-expression. Your expression is over. Take it off. Now it's time to get expressed with some money. All right. Now it's time to express yourself with their money. Take that stuff out of your face. Come on. I'm just being honest. Think about this. Have you ever been to a gala or a photo? I mean, not a photo. Have you ever been to a gala, a fundraiser, or a polo match, or the country club and seen stuff at people's face? You ever been invited on a yacht and all this stuff is hanging off their face? You trying to get in and fit in. You're not trying to, like, once you in, do what you want. Once you're in, do what you want. Once you're in, do what you want. But in order to get in, you got to fit in. And take all that crap off your face. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said, how about a neck tattoo? Man, what was you getting the neck tattoo to express yourself? Like, were you just in a ratchet mood that day? Now I have chest tattoos, but they're little stars and they represent something. And I got them after I've been married for like over a decade, and he paid for it. You know, if you're trying to attract something, you need to be attractive to what you're trying to attract. So, you know, I know a lot of people are mad because they were raised in, ratchet era, thinking tattoos were something cool. But then when you grow up and you realize that stuff is ratchet and nobody wants to look at that all day, especially if you're trying to level up, get in and fit in and change your lifestyle, I would definitely work on getting that removed or covering it up. If you haven't secured your bag yet, or your man yet, or your provider yet, then go, then do what you want. All right. Like, I see, if I can cover this up, all I have to do is button this. You're not going to see this on I ain't got to wear turtlenecks in the summer. All right. I just button this up to it nicely. And then this is not on my neck or on my face. It's not someone's name. So please, y'all, stop making dumb decisions. Understand that, I don't know if you got those when you were drunk. I don't know. But why? I don't even know. I never ask people, why are y'all getting all that crap on y'all? I mean, one or two that you could hide under clothing is fine. But why do y'all keep getting all this stuff like in places that are going to look ratchet? That's my question. Were you trying to be ratchet? Did you think it was cute when you got it? Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said it's their environment? Okay, yeah. Well, good thing that they have cover up and remover now. That you can get them removed or covered up. So y'all are good if y'all really want to get them removed or covered. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said you was trying to be cute, emo, and ratchet, and got, oh girl, why? I don't know why people do that. You can do that with clothing. Why put something permanent on your body? You know what I mean? Like you can literally pull off any look with clothing and makeup. You can even do fake tattoos. Again, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, or find a goth eccentric eternity, except find a goth eccentric. That's true. You can find someone like that. Mm-hmm. You said to rebel against yourself in the future. You know, it's funny because when people do things to rebel, they're literally rebelling against themselves in the future. It's hilarious. Unless it's a positive thing, you know. Mm-hmm. You said thoughts on the pop the balloon videos. Ratchet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What about 9 ear piercings? Take those other ones out and maybe do 1 or 2. Okay. Mm-hmm. You say you keep attracting DL men. What to do? Girl, I don't know. Where are you? Where do you live? What do you look like? Hold on, let me see what you look like. Coco Moco. Let me zoom in. See what your problem is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You look like a nice. Hold on, let me see. Did I scrolled in too close? Hold on. Okay. Okay, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You. I love your look, but you look very like intimidating. You know, you look very. They may like that. You know what I mean? They may be attracted to that intimidation, which is kind of masculine. You need to look more soft. Like, I don't know if that's how you walk around looking, but in your photo that I saw, you look very intimidating. And that may come off as masculine. So you need to look more demure, very soft, and very feminine if you want to stop attracting DL men. Okay. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know who asked that question. Who asked the question? Mm-hmm. Y'all both had the same hairstyle and facial expression. Okay. You said, ew, those videos are so dusty, the men BDL. Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. Don't look so masculine and intimidating in your face. Like, don't have resting face because that's literally going to attract certain types of men. You have to look very feminine and demure if you want to attract more masculine men. Okay. Fake smile, ma'am. Fake smiles. You got tattoos in your teens, including neck and face. Now removing it makes you feel like it attracts a lot of dusties in the meantime. Yeah. Thank you, Miss Theo. Yes, definitely remove them if you are able to, or cover them up because it is a dust attractor. No, I'm saying all women with resting face need to smile if they want to attract more masculine men. Look at this. If I'm sitting there looking like this with resting face versus it's going to attract a different type of man. So we can't have a lot of people I know have resting face. Sometimes I got it. I have to be very aware of what I'm looking like in my face. That will also determine if a man is going to approach you or not to your face. Is it resting? Does it look intimidating? Does it look, you got to be looking like, how they tell those pageant women to smile? That's what you got to look like. Thank you, Laura. Sprinkle. You got to be a pageant smile. You have to do that pageant smile. You don't have to have a bubbly personality, but you have to look very inviting and feminine to attract masculinity, So like this face that I'm doing right now, I'm talking to y'all. I'm trying to help y'all. But if I was out and about and I wanted to look very feminine and pretty, I would be like, probably wouldn't have on like this dark of a makeup look, but this is more for camera. But when I'm out and about, my makeup is not this intense because this is for camera look. So it would probably be more soft and subtle. More feminine. I would tilt my neck or expose my neck because that gives more femininity. So you're less likely to attract DL men. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It feels performative because it is. You're not there to attract a DL, are you? You're not there to repel people, are you? It is performative. Every time you walk out of your house, you are performing. You are the main character of your life. Every time you put on a heel and a dress, that's your wardrobe. When you walk out of your house and you smile and people interact with you, they're interacting with the main character. It is performative. If you can't perform, then you're going to be an extra and blending into the background, and you're not even going to have a part or a name in the cast. Okay, so main character energy is performative. Your friend traveled from US to Milan to freestyle. Did she make the right decision? I don't know. Did she get some money? Did she meet some men with money? If she met some men with money that spent, she made the correct decision. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. She sure did if she met some men with money that asked for her number. If not, I don't know. I mean, did you get the update? Okay. Okay, so this is another thing that women need to do. It's all performative. Everyone is fake. You ever heard the term fake it till you make it? When you make it, you still got to fake it. Why? Because everything is performative. When you go out and you go to some rich activities or some fancy events, everybody there is fake. Hi, how are you? It's been a while. I haven't seen you. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. I love that dress. I love that outfit. It's all performative. It's called it's for show. It's just like what it is. And then once you get to really know someone, they kind of know more of the real you, but it's all performative. That's just what it is. If you want to be real and keep it real and, be honest and open and tell everybody your trauma dump, go over there and do that. It's very different. No one wants to hear your trauma dump. People just want to know where you got them shoes, that outfit, tell you you look good, talk about whatever it is they're going to talk about for a few minutes, and then be on their way. It's literally, social skills. They're not there to talk about your baby daddy, your ex, your job, your boss, your coworkers that you can't stand. They're not there to talk about that. They're there to say, oh my gosh, you look so good. I love what you got on. You smell so good. Oh my God, have you seen this? Come on, let's walk over here. That's what rich activity socializing is. And then if you introduced to someone, oh, this is the such and such person over here. Oh man, they own this, they own that. That's what that's for, to make connections, to meet people. You're not there to trauma dump and talk to them and be real and be their therapist. All right. So learn how to socialize in different environments, because I noticed that when poor people socialize, they talk totally about different things than when rich people socialize. So y'all got to learn what to talk about and what not to talk about. Okay. And if you're from like a poor background, I've noticed this. If you're from a poor background and you're not used to it, when you get around rich people, they're going to clock you if you start talking about certain things that rich people don't divulge about themselves. Okay. If you start telling too much of your personal business, if you start telling your life story, if you start trauma dumping, usually they can clock you. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. People only trauma dump with people they've known a long time and who know their stories, and they y'all gotta be acquainted for many years before the trauma dump stuff begins. Okay. You said poor people take things a lot more personal, Sadness. Yes. Yes. I've noticed this. Like, because a lot of people that don't have a lot of money take things personally because they don't realize that most people don't have the same problems as them. So they don't focus on the same thing. You got to stop taking things so personally. Okay, do you straight up tell him that financial investment is the only way for me to feel like he really cares? Yes. It's like I only open up and let my guard down around men that make me feel financially safe and secure. Those words. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I only let my guard down and open up when I feel financially safe and secure with the man that I'm with. That means pay. Yes, poor people easily get offended because they think the world is against them. They feel like, woe is me. And so they take offense easily to stuff because they lack a lot of things and they think people can see that and sense it. But honestly, people aren't really trying to hurt you personally because they don't know you personally most of the time. Okay. So don't take it personally. Take it as what it is and keep it moving. Like, I noticed that like poor people will think if you give them a look, they think, what are they looking at? Why are they looking at me like that? Are they judging me? Are they looking at me? Do they see what I lack? No, they might have just liked your outfit or they might like something about you. Half the time, they may be admiring you. You never know. Yeah, don't take anything personal. Don't always have an attitude. Don't always have your guard up trying to defend yourself because you had to do it for so long. Sometimes you need to just, accept the compliment. If someone's looking at you, it's because maybe you're pretty. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Unless it involves money, keep staring. Exactly. He said, if you're trying to social climb, you have to avoid drama. Your name will easily run through the dirt if you're a woman. Yeah, don't be too dramatic. Don't start none, won't be none. Look cute. You know, don't do too much. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Jasmine says the bonnet scarf warriors always act like that in public. Okay. You have a name for the bonnet scarf warriors. Okay. That is something that I've also observed. If you are being if you're going out in public a certain way, that's what you're going to be treated like. So don't be surprised. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're going to be treated exactly how you look. So prepare. And don't be mad when people treat you how you look. Prepare. Understand that's what you walked out your house looking like. That's what you're going to get treated like. End of story. No one's going to treat you nice looking like that. They might, but they don't have to because you walked out the house telling people you don't care about yourself. So why should they care about you? All right. Mm-hmm. No Crocs or ugly Uggs. Karen says no Crocs or ugly Uggs. Okay. Okay, now let me talk to the women who don't feel like they're able to level up and fit in anywhere because they don't want to do the work. Let me talk to y'all for a second. Because some of y'all be sitting here watching in y'all's bonnets, in y'all's Crocs, eating chips on the couch, wishing they could do something about this. Thank you for being a new member, Theo. Start one day at a time and do one thing at a time. Okay? Start with one thing at a time. And if you want to go big, start with the biggest thing that you need to change first. All right? If you need to, dip your toes in, start with something small. Okay? Like getting your nails done in a classy way. Try that. Next thing, putting on outfit together. Something nice and demure. Okay? Next thing you work on is your makeup. Start learning how to do it if you don't. Then your hair. Okay? And make it a point not to walk out of your house with a bonnet or undone hair. Like you could throw a wig on or something. Okay? They make headband wigs now. They make all types of wigs that you could just throw on your head. You don't even have to walk out with a scarf or a bonnet on anymore. They make glueless wigs now that you can't even see the lace. Okay. They make hat wigs. They make hats or ball caps with hair hanging off the back. There's no excuse. If you don't know how to do your hairline or your wig, get you a cute little silk headband or scarf, put the wig on and then tie it around. And that's better than just going out with a bonnet. Okay. Do some work. Get up early. Do some work. Work on yourself. All right. Or do your hair the night before. So when you wake up, you just take it out, shake it, and do whatever you need to do. Wrap your hair. Do that at night. Roll your hair. Do something. Stop saving your hairstyle for special occasions. Every day is a special occasion. Okay. Going to the Dollar Tree is a special occasion. Going to Walgreens is a special occasion. Take your bonnets off. I'm just going to the store. No, ma'am, you are the main character of your life. Take that bonnet off. You are the main character of your life. Take that bonnet off, unless you're starring in a movie called Bonnetta. Okay? Or Super Bonnet. Take it off. Is that the name of your movie? Then take it off. All right. Thank you, Nubian Goddess. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Any tips on networking for introverts? My nerves. Okay. Take you a CBD gummy to calm your nerves and get out there and be the main character of your life as well. Okay. And when you're done, go recover and recuperate alone and be an introvert. But once you get out there, you got to get out there. Okay. Face your problems, solve them, get in and get out. He said, bonnets are crazy. Yes. When I see people with bonnets, I know they don't love themselves. Because why would you do that to yourself and your kids? Your kids, especially if you have young kids or teenage kids, they don't want to be seen out public with you with that bonnet on. Period. They don't want you coming to school with that thing on your head either. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm glad I don't see them as much anymore. I'm so glad. They used to be everywhere years ago. I'm so glad people stopped doing it. Thank y'all, the ones who started taking more pride in their appearance and started to love themselves more. Thank you. You said your sons let me know if I look a mess, as they should. My kids will not let me leave the house if I wear something they don't even like. Like my hair and my face could be looking good, but if they don't like the outfit that I have on, they will tell me to change. My kids, Mom, please don't wear that. Why? Da, 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 da. Just don't. And so I'm like, okay, I got to listen, because if I'm embarrassing my children, then I must be embarrassing myself. So let me go change. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And sometimes, like when I'm shopping, and like some salesperson is like, "Oh, you should try this on." My kids are like, "Don't do it." They will tell me the truth. Okay. Mm-hmm. What about working women who work low paying jobs who want to level up? Okay, anybody can level up on a budget. Okay. Sacrifice something that you don't need and to get something that's going to level you up. So for example, if you can afford to skip eating lunch, skip eating lunch if you don't need to. Okay. If you ain't gonna starve to death and die, just call it intermediate fasting and skip lunch. Don't buy lunch. Don't buy junk food. Don't buy anything that's not going to contribute to your level up. Okay. Um, you can buy makeup and all that kind of stuff in less expensive stores. Okay, or less expensive brands. Um, you can thrift or borrow clothes or shop your closet and make new outfits with the stuff you already have. Okay. You said what? Get samples. Yeah, you can get free perfume samples and all that kind of stuff. Use coupon codes and all that. Okay, there you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But yes, you can level up on a budget. That's not, you don't have to have a lot. Someone says, get you an old sugar daddy and go shopping. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Looking classy and classic costs less than looking trendy. Okay. So, for example, a classic makeup look would literally just be, a foundation or, spot conceal, a little bit of blush, a nice lip, and maybe some brow and some mascara, a little eyeshadow. You don't have to do too much. You don't have to be all extra. Um, go for classy looks. They tend to cost a lot less. Okay. Mm-hmm. You said, do you block him? If you don't want to talk to him no more, then you block him, ma'am. If he's bothering you, block him. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get a new one with more money. I learned that if you are like, let something go that you can do without and use that money to level yourself up. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. What to do if he says I shouldn't be in a relationship? Believe him and get some more on your roster and keep collecting money from others. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I always tell this to women. Stop trying to force people to be in relationships. They don't like you. They trying to tell you. They trying to tell you, I'm going to cheat on you. I don't like you. I'm going to have several. I don't want to be in a relationship with you. You are not the one. Listen to them. Okay. How to make them give you money when asking for your number. Okay. Tell them they got to earn your number or they can pay you for each number. Sometimes they'll be intrigued and pay for it. Then they'll use it. You can't. Yeah. You can't force somebody to want to be in a relationship. They say that they don't belong in a relationship. Believe them. All right. And stop and don't try to make it no situationship either. Know your value. It's like, okay, well, thank you for telling me. And then move along or continue to collect their money and keep your roster going. File them under free food or whatever they can do for you. as their phone number. So if they don't want a relationship and all they want to do is go out to eat and pay for you, follow them under free food as their name. Okay. You're not trying to get in relationships with people that don't want to be in relationships. That's a setup for failure. Okay. What would you do if your boyfriend didn't come home and has not wanted to hang out with me anymore and more with his coworkers? I wouldn't call him my boyfriend no more, ma'am. That wouldn't be my boyfriend anymore. That should either be your ex or whoever you're going to charge when they try to come back to you, the reentry fee. You got to charge them a reentry fee when they try to come back. And you need to add some more guys to your roster that's not your boyfriend anymore. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're still claiming him and he's not claiming you or acting like he's your man, then who's the fool? Okay? You should be dating other people because I'm sure he is, darling. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, do I watch Pop the Balloon? It's packed with Dusties. Now, why would I be watching a Dusty show? Yeah. Yeah, we ain't watching no Dusty show over here. How to react if other women get flirty and touchy with your man in front of you, how to handle it. Oh, girl, he looked that good for women to be touching on him. Ooh, that's why it's easier if you get an unattractive man. If nobody want to touch on him. Well, just clock her by looking at her while she's doing it. It's like, honey, she's touchy-feely. You have a crush on my man? You have a crush? So many women have a crush on him. Isn't that hilarious? Yeah. I don't know. Either own it. I don't know. The only time I've ever dealt with that was when I was young and dating attractive men. And I took a more ratchet route because I was very young and stupid. I accidentally spilled a drink on them. Excuse me. Oops. But that was when I was very young and silly. I was like 20. I just accidentally spilled a drink on him, darling. Oh, clumsy bee. But now I wouldn't care. I wouldn't be dating no attractive man. All right. It's going to be the other way around. Some man going to be trying to touch on me, and the man going to have to deal with that. Okay. It was very pick-me-shit for me to spill a drink on someone at 20. It was very immature of me. That's why I don't deal with attractive men anymore. Because I don't want to have to deal with that. Like, why are you touching on this person? Like, that's kind of weird. Like, when a woman crosses those type of boundaries, that's very pick-me-shit of her too, you know? So the point is, two pick-me-shits are going to be fighting over some dude, and that's just not me anymore. Like, I could never do that. I will just get somebody who thinks I'm the best thing ever, and I'm going to be the pretty one in the relationship. I'm not going to have to worry about that ever again. You know? That's kind of pick-me-shit. You said two pick-me-shits battling it out. Exactly. Like, I don't care. Give me somebody that don't nobody want to touch, okay? Sprinkle. All right. I mean, maybe somebody that people aren't so inclined to touch. How about that? They're not so inclined to cross that line. Okay. Because a lot of times, people are just like, they feel like if someone is super attractive or super flirty, they're going to cross lines because they don't think that that man is serious about you or serious enough. It is disrespectful. That's why I just get you somebody that don't nobody want to be touching on. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said he should be fighting for you. Exactly. What is this world coming to? All right, so fit in and get in, ladies. Yes. What to do if he gets very bothered when his friends talk to you? Tell him. Tell your friends not to talk to me then. Or tell his friends, oh, I'm sorry, I can't talk to you. My man gets very bothered. He's kind of insecure. You said you run when pretty men approach. Exactly. What y'all coming over here for? This ain't a beauty contest. Mm-hmm. You said pretty men are usually broke. Exactly. We don't need y'all over here. Go back over there. If you're a pretty man, go back over there. There's already enough prettiness over here. You go over there. You said she were helping ugly men. Okay. The pretty men don't need help. They got pygmy sugar. How do you feel about couples that are equally attractive? Will they always be equally attractive? That's my question. Will they always be equally attractive? If they're both equally attractive, they're both equally going to have people equally having options as well. Okay. So, in 10 years from now, are they going to be equally attractive? That's my question. At some point, someone is going to fall behind the other one. Who keeps up with themselves and their appearance the best? It's going to literally be a competition. Okay. You said they have to be very intelligent and loyal. Only then it's going to work. Okay, well, then it ain't going to work. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Look, if people had to make bets on people's relationships working out, I bet we'd make a lot of money by betting which ones ain't going to work out. I bet we'd be making more money than people bet on horses, sports, and all of that. I mean, we'd be rich if we could bet on which relationships work or last. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Miss Sweet Tooth, for being a member. They should make like celebrity couple betting. How long they gonna stay together? Everybody be rich. Because we can already tell what's gonna happen. You say you gonna make a business? Let's start doing bets like that. Everybody knows that ain't gonna last. That man gonna cheat. Da, 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 da. No, everybody would be rich. It's too predictable. You said you would gamble on that, and you ain't a gambler. You see, exactly. It's too easy to make money off of that type of thing. That's probably why they don't do it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you said, how do you get a woman hooked? Have some money to give her every week. She'll be hooked on that money. Be nice and give her money. secure her financially. Take away her financial burdens. That's how you hook a woman. You become a provider. Provide. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Women like providers. Men they can brag on financially. Courtney says, put her in her soft feminine era. Yes. You said, is it illegal to make one? Probably, ma'am. Not sure. Maybe in certain states. In certain states, it may not be, but you need to do your research. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's get back to talking fit in and get in. Okay. Let's talk about phones. If your phone is cracked and ratchet, phone case falling out, you need to get that fixed, because if you're going to go do rich activities and go to the rich side of town and stuff like that, your phone can't be sitting up there looking ratchet and ghetto with cracks all on the screen. That's a red flag that you don't belong. Okay, so make sure your phones and all that kind of stuff not cracked, they're fixed, so you don't be looking crazy. Okay, that's another thing. No broke phones. Your jewelry. I know some of y'all will be wearing rings on every finger, 1,000 earrings in your ears. You know, more demure jewelry. Classy. You can do a little bit, but don't do too much. Okay. Toenails. Let's talk about toenails, because some of y'all be ratchet and having them long curled toenails. Ma'am, when you go get a pedicure, cut them toenails. Okay? Cut them toenails. Cute, short toenails. Don't have them long, ratchet, fingernail looking toes. Okay? Your toes should not be going like this over your shoe. Okay? Your toes should not be going like this over your shoe. Your toes should not be doing none of that. Okay, your shoes need to fit. If you're wearing sandals and shoes for the summer, make sure your heel ain't hanging off and your toes ain't overhanging. Okay, that's number one. Make sure your feet are moisturized. Your heels are moisturized with lotions, oils, or whatever. I don't want to see no crust on your feet. All right. You say you just got a whole visual. All right. Yeah. Cut them toenails. That is ratchet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because some of y'all be, because I don't know why. Every time I go to the pedicure and the nail shop, they always ask me if I want my toenails cut. Why are they asking me that? Ma'am, cut them toenails. I don't want no ratchet claws on my feet. If they're asking me, I know some of y'all be growing them claws out. So cut them. Thank you. Like, why are y'all asking me dumb questions? Eagle talons, exactly. No crusty heels. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And get you some shoes that fit. What about the perfume scent? As long as you smell good, wonderful. Wear whatever you like. You said, don't grip the road. Exactly, girl. People keep calling my number. All right. Hopefully, y'all got some good information. Y'all could take that with you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank y'all, everybody who donated. I'm getting ready to go. Join my Patreon. The links are in the description, and also definitely hold on. Look at the top of the comments. It's also pinned there. So I'll see y'all very soon. Thank y'all so much. I may go live on my other channel, so check back in a few minutes if y'all are familiar. I might be over there. Thank y'all.